Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League, and let's see this team that we got from the comments. So we're going to be featuring the Jumpluff paired with the Bibarel and the Diggersby in the bag. Interesting lead here. We are going to be able to do super effective fast moves. They're going to fire off a Dragon Claw to chip away at this Jumpluff. We're going to fire back with the Aerial Ace, getting them into the red, and then we're going to force their hand. They're going to shield or let this go. They decided to let it go. We see the Ariados come in, so we're going to go into the Bibarel. We're doing super effective fast move damage. They're going to fire off a lunge. Could have been Trailblaze. That's why we shielded there. But then they switch out into their Azumarill. So Azumarill is going to be interesting. We are dealing some nice damage back, even though these are all debuffed. We have the Azumarill back into the yellow. We're going to reset the debuff, and then we're going to go into our Jumpluff. We're going to pressure our opponent with a potential KO. We do grab a shield, and then we're going to keep on firing off Aerial Aces. The Aerial Ace does get caught onto the Ariados, and then now we just got to make a decision. Are we going to try to get to a move with the Bibarel or the Diggersby? We decide to go into the Diggersby. They go for the lunge. That's fine because we can tank it easily. Whatever move they throw here, we can tank it as well. Trailblaze is used this time. They combo play into the Azumarill, so we're going to have to shield here. And then we're going to switch out of there, reset the debuff. And then we're going to throw this Hyper Feint right before they get to their move. Let's see if it KOs. Yes, it does. And now it's a race to a move. We do get to the surf, and we're doing super effective fast move damage. This is... okay. Looks like they quit, and it is enough for the KO. So GG's to our opponent. Had to weave in and out of that situation. The 50-second switch timer coming into play there for both the players, and we had to weave out of that situation. All right, they go into the Wiggly. Wiggly is going to be interesting to deal with here. Don't have a great answer. We're going to go ahead and throw the Moot, and we do get the debuff, and that's going to help out a lot. Icy Wind gets used from this Wiggly, but before they can get to another move, we're going to fire off this Scorching Sand for the shield or the KO. They decide to shield. Interesting. So now we're going to go and fire off a Fire Punch. This Fire Punch does grab that second shield, and just like that, both their shields are down. This Diggersby has put in tremendous work. They barely don't take us out, so we're going to switch out of there and go into the Bibarel. Now we see the Diggersby come in. The Diggersby, however, doesn't want to tank a lot of these serves. You can see right here, our opponent does... okay, they do get to a move. Scorching Sand does go through, and it does get the debuff. So this is probably not going to KO now. Yeah, so that avoids the KO. We're going to reset, try to catch a move. Is it going to Scorching? No, ends up being the Fire Punch. And now they're going to come back in here with their Toxapex. Toxapex is going to look to farm us down. We're trying to get a debuff, but unfortunately couldn't get the debuff, so we're just going to fire off this Aerial Ace afterwards. So we got him into the 55 mark, low green, and then we're going to come in with our Bibarel. We're going to shield here, even though it's only Brine, because we can get to... oh! They get to another move, ends up being another Brine. We can survive that. We're going to go for this Hyper Feint to deal some neutral damage, and then we're going to try our best to get to another move. We do get to the Hyper Feint, and looks like down goes the simultaneous KO right there. So nice play by our opponent, getting to multiple moves for their Toxapex, and then after we had our move caught, we needed to just look for the simultaneous KO. All right, next game we got the Diggersby onto the Guzzlord. We deal some good neutral damage. We know that we can get to another Scorching Sand, so this is going to threaten KO or a shield. They decide to shield it. Our opponent does decide to look for the Brutal Swing, and let's see. We decide to go and throw this Scorching Sand, not go for the catch. Now we have the Skarmy come in, and they are able to farm us down, unfortunately, so that's a great farm down for them, bad for us. We are going to have to shield this potential Braper, so we do shield the correct move. Now we see the Goodra come in. Goodra is dealing some neutral fast move pressure, and they're going for the Thunder Punch for some neutral damage. We go for the Aerial Ace, but we're hoping that the fast move from this Jumpluff with the Fairy Wing is going to be able to threaten a shield or a KO. Okay, both of us recognizes that taking us out is not the solution, so they decide to wait the timer as well, and then as soon as the switch clock is available, we both switch out. Here we're going to be able to threaten KO or the shield. Okay, we do grab that shield, and all we have to do now is easily shield when they throw a move because we are at a surf. This is going to take out the Skarmory, and then we should be able to farm down. Nope, our opponent decides to leave as well. So this is going to be a little bit of delay, but that's fine. So GG's to our opponent, able to figure out that end game. And yeah, the Gudra just sitting there, potential farm for us, is why we decided to not tap anymore and hope that they either take us out or the switch timer resets. Okay, Wiggly lead here is always curious. We really have no idea what's in the bag. You can guess there's like a ground type in the bag. So we're just going to switch out of here and see if we catch something. Okay, we do catch an Icy Wind. Okay, there's the ground type. Your Wiggly Gastrodon core. We do force out some energy here. Let's see if they go for the big move. Nope, they go for the body slam, which allows us to get to another surf. This is fine because we're going to be able to get them in farm down range potentially. There are no moves that we have to shield here that are super effective, but these body slams could be adding up very quickly. Now they're relatively energy dry, so we're just going to look for the farm down, I guess. Yeah, we do get the farm down, so that's as good as it's going to get. We see the Wiggly come in, so we're going to fire off an Aerial Ace. Maybe we grab a shield. We do grab the shield, and then we're going to switch out immediately. And now we have the 2 shield Diggersby versus the 1 shield Marowak. Let's see how this plays out. Both of us are ground types. We are going to be able to get to the Scorching Sand. No debuff. They are in the yellow already, so our bulk has already come into play. Here comes another Scorching Sand. This is going to threaten KO or the shield. They decide to shield, and we get the debuff, so this is a really good spot for us. We're going to shield here and make sure we throw in good timing. Our opponent is going to look to try to catch, I think. Nope, we are going to be able to get to this move. Throwing in between animations, take out the Marowak, come out with a ton of energy, and then fire off another Scorching Sand for the KO. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with our Diggersby. So very, very interesting team so far. From the comments, we got the Jumpluff and Bibarel kind of protecting each other, and then the generalist of the Diggersby just with this bulk. Okay, this is a core breaker. This is a huge core breaker, unfortunately. So let's see if we can come back from this situation. We catch an Ice Punch. It is running Shadow Claw, so a little bit unusual and slightly favorable for us because they're not doing double super effective damage against our Jumpluff. But let's see if we can wiggle out of the situation. Hyper Fang gets used to get the Azumarill into the yellow. They go for the play route. We shield it because we think that we can grab the shield back. Here we go. We're going to fire up a Hyper. I don't know if a Surf would have taken out from that range, but we get the shield anyways. That's all we wanted. Down goes our Bibarel, and then we're going to go back into our Jumpluff to try to gain a lot of energy. We do farm a ton, so we're going to be able to take this Azumarill out. We see the Sandstars still lurking there. We fire up the Energy Ball. We don't get the debuff, but we chunk it into the 50% mark. We catch a drill run, and then let's see what's in the back here. Okay, ends up being the Marrow. Marowak is going to try to apply a lot of pressure. We do get the debuff. That could be huge. We're going to tank this move now because we did get the debuff. Our opponent is going to be able to get to another move, and we wanted extra energy, so that's why we allowed that one to go through. Okay, now we're going to throw this Scorching Sand right before they get to their move. They're going to let it go, and now we have this Fire Punch to grab the shield. We don't have enough energy, unfortunately. We thought we had energy to switch into. They're going to be able to fire off this Fire Punch, and unfortunately unable to come back from that situation. So GG's to our opponent. Tough team right there. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.